round matchup between the Pacers and the Bucks. Indiana with the 2-0 series lead after taking the first two games at home. You take a look at our Eastern Conference playoff bracket with Boston and Orlando going on right now on ESPN. Halliburton, Nembhard, Nesmith, Siakam, and Miles Turner for Milwaukee. A change to their starting lineup. Gary Trent Jr. slides in. Taurean Prince goes to the bench. Damian Lillard, Kyle Kuzma, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez, the other starters for Milwaukee. Does the series turn in game 3, or is it more Indiana? Here we go from Fiserv Forum. A couple of volleys, and Halliburton controls. So an early personal on Giannis, and now an early one on Brook Lopez.
And that's not the start Doc Rivers wanted to see from his team, because it takes away the aggressiveness of those bigs, and you see the easy bucket from Siakam.
Nembhard draws 2, out to Turner, 3 to shoot. Turner drives in. That time Antetokounmpo blocked him cleanly. Here comes Giannis storming in for the finish and the foul. Kuzma slicing, left it short. Indiana on the move. Nembhard able to reverse it in and beat Lillard down the floor. Rims out. Turner the offensive rebound. Lost the handle, threw it away. Here comes Trent. Trent waits and finishes, plus the foul. A 10-8 lead for Milwaukee, 4 minutes into the first quarter of game 3. Indiana a 2-0 series lead. Nesmith got that one. That's a third straight wide open look.
In game 2 was up to 16 points for him, but was 4 of 5 from beyond the three-point arc.
Kuzma gets denied by Halliburton. After it looked like Kuzma had outstanding position, caught that deep. Antetokounmpo ranges to the rim. Halliburton into the teeth of the D. Back out. Guarded by Kuzma. Halliburton pulls and knocks it down from way deep. Tyrese Halliburton has talked about how fun the extracurriculars of this series are. Here's Trent. He got it. Another for Gary Trent Jr. having a big first. Quickly down the other end, Siakam blast to the bucket off the dish from Halliburton. That's the pace. Here comes Trent, back to Lillard. Bobby Portis in along with A.J. Green off the bench. Antetokounmpo, center of the lane for the slam. Out there with McConnell, Porter, Bryant, and Nesmith. Toppin got grabbed on the jersey, lays it in, count it, plus the foul. And Green being ridden by Siakam. Portis can't hit, Sims the O-board. Green, wide open look. He's good. Portis misses the bunny. It caroms out to McConnell. Here's Mathurin soaring in for the finish. Lillard a deep one. Back ironing off. McConnell flags down the board. Here's Mathurin storming in for the bucket and the foul. Very true. Giannis with 13 on 5 of 6 shooting. Lillard through the lane. Floats it in. 3 seconds remaining.
Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle. Coach, a pretty evenly played first quarter. What did you like from your group?
The intensity is good, I think, from both teams. The pace is fast. That's good for us. Both teams are missing some shots they normally make. Long way to go.
As you move forward, the energy in here is palpable. How will you encourage your guys to remain composed?
Well, environment like this, you gotta use all this noise and energy to try to narrow your focus to what's going on the floor. And so we'll try to do that. As I said, long way to go. Tough game, tough environment.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Siakam off the inbound, couldn't finish. Look at Bryant using the wingspan. Right back to Siakam. Damian Lillard.
Quickly, if he makes one, but at first you force him to shoot that.
Siakam, Mathurin, fakes the 3, slides in and finishes. Benedict Mathurin having himself a half. Giannis back in. Trent harassing.
See Giannis back in the zone once again defensively for the Bucks.
Nesmith able to find a little pocket and take advantage.
How about Doc Rivers having Kyle Kuzma initiating offense. Talked about he only held onto the ball for 50 seconds in game one.
Kuzma got that one.
Impact on that end of the floor.
Halliburton bounces. Neesmith will fire and hit again. He has 3.
When everyone is getting their opportunities on the offensive end, if you force Halliburton to just be a scorer, that's not the way that he wants to play.
Halliburton can do that as well.
Even though he has the ability to be able to do it, that Rick Carlisle is getting from that spot. You consider Neesmith and Benedict Mathurin, those two guys, tremendous production here on the road.
Neesmith up to 15 and a half as Trent brings in another 3.
I'm surprised Toppin didn't attack Giannis with Giannis playing with those 2 fouls.
No look to the corner. That 3 is good. Shepard getting some minutes and making them stick.
And we just talked about Obi Toppin should have attacked Giannis. You see Siakam had no problem with that.
How about Neesmith meeting Giannis at the apex? But the persistence.
All that does when you're not making threes allows you to continue to load the paint and build that wall against Giannis getting downhill.
Siakam deep position and the finish. Halliburton kind of settled into that instead of getting into the 2-for-1. Halliburton to the rim. Oshkosh North getting to the cup. Lillard, no. Giannis, yes.
Dame's calling for an assist. Who's going after the loose ball? Slipped in a wet spot. Actually dove a second time, but that one unintentional.
Into the corner. Trent's 3 is good. Averaging 3 blocks a game in this series. In the corner, Nembhard connects.
But how about the pace? But they will as the playoffs go along.
Trent, he got it.
And the Bucks have absolutely needed that.
The presence of Siakam, also talked about the value of his experience. Giannis off the steal. Nembhard tips it. Trent, you bet. Neesmith connects.
How about the response?
Porter tiptoeing. Green snakes inside, pops it in the air. Giannis the finish and the foul.
But going to keep Mathurin in the game even after the technical foul.
Spacing got jumbled there. Topping. Oh, wow.
Giannis was absolutely going to attack Mathurin on the offensive end.
Halliburton, great look to Siakam, who lays it in. They now lead by 8. Trent, catch, fire, you bet!
With 125 remaining in this third quarter with an 11-point lead, and you bring him back fresh to start the fourth, he's going to finish the game.
Siakam using the window beautifully, 20-point night. Here's Portis, poked away. Portis trying to take Siakam, fading away, and hitting.
Welcome back to Milwaukee with Bucks head coach Doc Rivers. Coach, you guys are taking the lead into the fourth for the first time in this series. What's going to be the key?
Well, we just got to keep playing well defense. And the third quarter, we moved the ball. But the second quarter, we all want to win the game, but we're trying to do it ourselves. That quarter, we played like a team. We're tough when we play like that way.
In the team today, Gary Trent Jr. is having a terrific night. What has he brought to the table? Obviously, the scoring.
Well, he makes shots, they're looking for him, they're finding him, and he's making the shots. He's been great.
Sounds like a great call by you.
Thank you.
We'll see if his voice makes it through the fourth. Lillard starting this fourth, connects!
And how about the confidence?
And Lillard out there right now without Trent, without Giannis to begin this fourth. Green in the corner, he got it! Nembhard dumping it in, Siakam turns and hits.
We talked about the consistency, back to 25 points for him.
Siakam with the answer.
For an offensive opportunity to grab that one and put it right back in.
And everybody else had vacated.
Yeah, almost as though there had been a shot clock violation, but Giannis doing the job on the block. Do this in their series against Cleveland last year.
Trent on the steal. Here's Giannis. Trent wide open. You bet! It's the Gary Trent Jr. game.
That many people would have wanted him to be, but he hasn't been scoring and has brought it in so many different areas, as does this gentleman right here, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Nembhard gives it up. Halliburton, a three is good. Tyrese Halliburton, 11.
And looking like Rick Carlisle is going to wave the white flag on this one is Johnny Furphy.
Trent again! 9 threes for Gary Trent Jr.
Exchanged it, just a look between the two.
Rick Carlisle empties the bench.
You got to find Trent right here. This is the spot.
Giannis instead to the rack. Where do they go from here after Milwaukee gets back in the series with this Game 3 win?
Well, Rick Carlisle always talks about, there are going to be adjustments for both teams each and every game. Every game in the playoffs takes on a personality of its own.
The Bucks are on the board in the 2025 NBA playoffs. Milwaukee takes Game 3.
History for you. You and Giannis Antetokounmpo become the first pair of Bucks players to score 35 points in a post.
All right, PA, welcome to the Deer District. Tonight, the Bucks are looking for the equalizer. The Pacers have other ideas here at Pfizer. First round coverage on TNT is presented by NerdWallet. It's the Pacers and Bucks, Game 4. Indiana up 2-1 in this 4-5 matchup in the Eastern Conference. Winner of this series will advance to play the winner of Cleveland-Miami. Cavaliers up 3-0. Knicks with a 3-1 lead. And as you just saw, Boston now up 3-1. Halliburton in the starting lineup with Nembhard, Neesmith, Siakam, and Turner. The Bucks counter with Lillard, Trent. That was a great move by Doc Rivers. A change in the starting lineup. Prince now coming off the bench. Kuzma, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez. We're set to go. Indiana controls the tip. We're underway here in Milwaukee. Tony Brothers, Mark Lindsay, Carl Lane, the officiating crew. And the ball gets deflected out of bounds with 8 seconds gone by.
Well, they ramped it up with their defense, making them uncomfortable, Indiana, on the offensive end.
Rejected by Lopez. He got Siakam. Something changed in that third quarter. The Bucks did ramp up their defensive effort and intensity. Neesmith, the floater to get things started. And then Antetokounmpo cut off there by Siakam. Little body bump, and Kuzma gets inside for 2.
I like that.
They know they can't stop it, but they can make his life more difficult.
And they felt like they kind of got away as Turner knocks down another jump shot.
No, third fewest turnovers in the NBA. Only Oklahoma City and Boston committed fewer. Splash Mountain! Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Freight train, can't stop it.
So good in the open court.
And Milwaukee cuts it to 1. Walker extra, Neesmith. He got Trent to lean, and Neesmith takes up real estate. Last game, they couldn't stop Trent. That one was off balance. Lillard volleyballs it over, and Lillard goes down with an injury. He's grabbing his high ankle of the left leg. And right now, it's 5-on-4. Lillard can't get up. And Lopez finally fouls at the 5:57 mark.
The foul was called. He was not moving as he's putting no pressure on that foot. So not a good sign here from Milwaukee and Damian Lillard, who has struggled with injuries, particularly as of late, having sat out the last 14 games of the regular season.
Right calf deep vein thrombosis. There were serious concerns for Damian Lillard at the end of the regular season. Returning to the lineup in game, Kuzma. Fake, and the finger roll rims out. Rebound leaks out to Nembhard. Open look, Neesmith. And it bounces in! Bucks have missed their last 5 shots. trying to end the scoring drought. Antetokounmpo attacks and slams. Ball movement leads to Walker one-on-one with Green. McConnell will go to the other side. Toppin is popping a three. Porter defended by Shepard. Screen from Green. It's a whole lot of Porter, and he buries it. A downtown hit for Kevin Porter Jr. Here's Portis. Lost it for a moment. Siakam digs in defensively. Shot clock is winding down. Portis on a turnaround. Bullseye.
And that's his game. Old school right there. Loves going over that right shoulder.
Doc Rivers called him a Swiss Army knife. Siakam feed it. Bryant kick. McConnell straight away. He's got it.
Ian, yes, thank you so much. Bad news. Damian Lillard will not return to action due to a left lower leg injury. And remember, Doc Rivers told us before the game that it was only 5 days before he was cleared to start running when he could actually do anything because of the deep vein thrombosis.
Well, the Pacers have maintained their lead throughout against the Bucks. Turner gets cut off, and he banks it off the window, +1.
And everything offensively going Turner's way right there. And now Neesmith has the challenge of guarding Giannis, giving up a lot of size, but is capable of sliding his feet with Giannis on the perimeter.
Green's had a major impact. Shovels it for the Porter J. It's a three, string music. Giannis and Turner to jump it up with Carl Lane tossing it. Controlled by the Bucks. It's the largest lead of the night for Indiana, 12. Porter, count it for three.
And that was it.
Lopez screen. Porter, he's got shifty moves.
70% of his points in the regular season were unassisted. His ability off the bounce, pretty talented.
Halliburton cans a triple. Off the double team, ball movement. Trent, they need it. They've got it. Gary Trent Jr. tied Ray Allen's franchise record for the most threes in a playoff game with 9 on Friday night. Shot clock is down to 7. Halliburton, the three goes for Tyrese Halliburton. And right out of the gate, they can't get Kyle Kuzma at the rim. Oh, the crank by Turner. Will they send a second body to Antetokounmpo? Antetokounmpo follows his own miss, and right now there's a limp from Kevin Porter Jr. Early offense, Portis. Hand it, Trent. The three ball goes. Cha-ching for Gary Trent Jr. Third block of the night for Turner. Nembhard, open look. He's got a three.
Once again, Kuzma on the ground. Not letting Porter get involved.
I thought you were going to say when I played against you, meaning me.
Well, we've never actually played one.
But that's what it would look like.
Been ducking me.
Antetokounmpo, the spin to the rim. Trent, one dribble and a J, short. Long rebound, Green's got the angle. The reload for Trent. Slam down! Antetokounmpo rising up. They lead this best-of-7 opening round series 2 games to 1. The 4-5 matchup in the Eastern Conference. Turner, open look at a three. He chants it from long range. For Milwaukee, Rollins can't hit the three. Offensive rebound, Antetokounmpo. Give it up. Portis, his jumper is good. It's a three.
Kano able to take advantage.
Antetokounmpo floats it in, +1.
Man, one of the few times that he's been able to get to the rim.
McConnell, shovel, Siakam. Shepard not looking to shoot, shot clock is down to 3. McConnell trying to make it happen. Gets to the rim and lays it in.
Efficient when he gets there.
Back to a single-digit deficit for Milwaukee. Spin move. McConnell drive and kick. Toppin sticks the three. They're shooting 71% in the third quarter. Rollins had it knocked away for a moment. Lob it up. Slam down! Antetokounmpo with the smash. A minute 35 to go in the third. Giannis has 17 in the quarter. Ball movement leads to a Shepherd three. It's good. Indiana is unconscious. Bouncing off, tip doesn't go for Toppin. Leak out, Portis, swatted. Nesmith gets back with a rejection, but he's down. Halliburton spins it in, and the horn. Short on a three. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, lob it up, caught by Toppin, touchdown.
Thanks so much, Bobby. You and I talked this morning about the chippiness between these two teams. How do you assess you all are playing through those circumstances?
You know, a lot going on, right? You know, Dame go down, threw us off a little bit, threw our timing off. Everything we prep for that. No excuses though. Got to keep playing. It's a long game. You know, we've been here before. 12 minutes left. Got to give it all we got. It's the playoffs, man. No excuses.
Last quarter, here we are. What do you want to do? What has to change for you all?
Just the energy, urgency. You know, a sense of urgency. Go out here and play hard. You know, it's a long game. Make them call the first time out, see where we at. Make them call another time out, see where we at, and hopefully at the end, you know, 4 or 5 minutes left. It's two or three possession game and try to win it.
Thanks for stopping.
Let's do it.
Penetration either leading to layups or creating opportunities for his teammates.
Upstairs for Antetokounmpo.
And that's not.
Switch. Bullet feed. Toppin off balance. Everything is going down for the Pacers. Lopez asking for it. Siakam switches onto him. 10 to shoot. Porter lines it up. And he hits a three.
Having to get stops has been a problem.
Siakam to Nesmith. Yes! A triple.
Certainly appears Indiana is in control with 4:35 left, but other than that second half as Nembhard knocks down a mid-range jump shot.
But a convincing win for the Pacers in game one, 117 to 98. Switching hands, and the bucket goes for Ryan Rollins. A minute and a half to play. All Indiana tonight. Walker got a three. Controlled by Indiana. And the Pacers go wire to wire to take complete control of this series. 129 to 103. The final in game 4. Indiana up 3 games to 1.
Tyrese, you guys were clicking on all cylinders on the offensive end.